Tonight our musical entertainment is a group called the Galapagos Mountain Boys. When I first came across this group, and I don't even remember how we first got together, but at that time they were known as scientific gospel, because that is the type of music, that's the music genre that they have created. The band uses bluegrass sound to create what they call scientific gospel, to praise science, scientists, and rational thought with an emphasis on evolution and cosmology. Their efforts make the battle against ignorance more joyful by teaching through artistic expression. What I want you to know is that Carol and Stephen Baird, the bass of this group, have been our very good friends for a very long time. And I am so happy that they are finally here to share their music with AHA tonight. Thank you, and come on up here.
Okay, is this on? You hear me in back? Hear me in front? You guys are going to get blasted a little bit. After the first song, we'll have a period of hearing aid readjustment. Okay. We were told that Richard Leakey was going to be here, and so we thought we would start a couple of million years ago with a song about Homo erectus, one of the first fossils that is classified as Homo. It was fully erect, had a foot similar to ours, a hand similar to ours, and a brain that was more than twice the size of chimpanzees and was a tool maker. And we thought that Richard Leakey would appreciate this tribute. We hope you like it.
He's not erect yet.
He's not erect yet.
I'm erect now.
Everybody ready? Yep.
With bears for space and caves in winter when it rains.
sits atop the family tree that hangs upon my wall. That's the father of our clan right up there on the wall. We'll take questions too. We were asked to put the lyrics up there just so occasionally when we say something and you say, did they say that? It will be up there. I should tell you a little bit about myself. On April the 18th, 1944, I woke up in the nursery of the Chelsea Naval Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts, with absolutely no idea how I got there. Since then, I have been trying to understand how we got here, and we have produced a number of ditties that describe that. Our hero is Charles Darwin. In the year 2000 or 2001, Scientific American covered the most important scientific contributions for the last 100 years. And that included a lot of very famous people. And they actually looked at the last 1,000 years as well and wanted to know, was there one idea that might have been the most important scientific idea, and that includes Newton and Einstein and everybody else. And they decided that Charles Darwin had really had the most important scientific idea. It unified biology. It made sense out of biology. A guy named Theodosius Dobzhansky said nothing in biology makes any sense except in the light of evolution. And he also made it knowing that there would be enormous opposition to it. There wasn't a whole lot of opposition to Einstein's theory of special relativity, for example. There wasn't a lot of opposition to Newton's idea of gravitation, but there was a lot of opposition to Darwin's idea, and he made it anyway. And so here is a tune we call the single best idea anybody ever had. Charles Darwin sailed the Eagle and saw life's variety, which was said to be created by the Christian deity. But in looking at creation, Darwin saw another plan, which would seem somewhat unusual for a former than Moses, should we go there? Better than Moses, do we dare? Better than Plato, Crick and Watson, Thomas Jefferson, St. Paul, Charles Darwin had the single best idea of them all. Now the evidence is in it. We have shown the genome's drift. We have found genes in E. coli like those in the chimney swift. And the genes we find in lawyers haven't changed too much from sharks. Perhaps genes we share with redheads could have biased Karl Marx. Better than Newton, yes I think so. Better than Einstein, who would know? Better than Moses, should we go there? Better than Moses, do we dare? Better than Plato, Crick and Watson, Thomas Jefferson, St. Paul, Charles Darwin had the single best idea of them all. It's the single best idea anybody ever had. As you're all familiar, I'm sure, there's an ongoing attempt to get creationism in the form of intelligent design taught in science classes in high school. I don't mind having creationism taught in schools as long as it's taught in comparative religion courses, but it isn't a science. And yet a lot of people say, well, if you look at the wonderful creation that we have here, the universe, how everything works and all of that, there just has to be a designer. This came from the watchmaker concept that if you're out there on the heath and you find a watch, it implies a maker. So here we are with the universe, that implies a maker. And everything is so wonderful that it must be intelligently designed. The problem is the people that say that don't know any biology because there's a lot of mistakes. Evolution takes what works. It doesn't necessarily take the best thing. So here's a song about intelligent design. When we crushed the grapes ferment and turned them into wine, like a Cabernet, then that's intelligent design. Now think of the S-curve in the human lumbar spine. Squashing discs and nerves, is that intelligent design? Grandpa's prostate had swelled up and now he cannot pee. And it's due to bad design, as anyone can see. For male urethras run right through the prostate mindlessly. So what designer with a brain would use such strategy? Intelligence, intelligence, are we to understand that all the flaws we find will run by some skill guiding hand? How smart is the craftsman who made prostates and the spine? Or could mindless evolution have made one time? Clotting factor 8 mutates and causes kids to bleed. That's called hemophilia. It's in the books, go read. A third of patients do mutations not in parent seed. So how smart is the guiding brain that lets this flaw proceed? Intelligence, intelligence, are we to understand that all the flaws we find were wrought by some skill guiding hand? How smart is the craftsman who made prostates and the spine? Or could mindless evolution have the flaws in our design? Molly has cystitis or bacteria or so up into her bladder, but of course we should have known. For her design, as we all know, when women are full grown, runs water and runs sewage through a recreation zone.
Intelligence, intelligence, are we to understand that all the flaws we find were wrought by some skill guiding hand?
How smart is the craftsman who made prostates and the spine? For good mindless evolution and the flaws in our design. Yes, mindless evolution left some flaws in our design. One of the title of this song comes from an old Henny Youngman joke, who said that his principal objection to atheism was that it had no holidays. Those of you who follow Steve Martin and the Steep Canyon Rangers will know that a couple of years ago, Steve came out with a tune he called Atheism Ain't Got No Songs. And he said, well, now they do. You know, here's the first one. I wrote this in 2009. This is the first song. Since my childhood and my youth, I've been searching for the truth of how the universe and life arose. I have studied deities, studied probabilities, tried to find the grand design that's unproposed. Atheists say ain't no way, agnostics don't know what to say. Humanists say that it's reason we should pray. Though I think that reason's great, one thing makes me hesitate. It's that atheism has no holiday. Atheism has no holiday. It has no ethnic foods. It has no pantheon to praise. There's no salvation, no resurrection.
Oh, yeah.
For the money that we give. Atheism has no holidays. How about the tidal flow, gravitation, solar glow? These are cause to celebrate, I have no doubts. You can make some boots that move for
no pantheon to praise. There's no salvation, no resurrection for the body that decays. Yet atheism has no holidays. Not a single lousy holiday. Dan.
This next tune's about the Human Genome Project. One of the things that we have learned from the Human Genome Project, which has now sequenced a lot of different individuals from all over the world, and it's the total library is getting much, much, much bigger, is that the variation among all human beings, from the blackest man in South Africa to the whitest person in Finland, is 0.1%. There's 3 million single nucleotide polymorphisms, SNPs, in a total genome of 3 billion base pairs. That's it. That's all the differences. So we're 99.9% the same everywhere. And of some interest is that the biblical creation story teaches us that we're all the children of Adam and Eve, so that we should all be considered brothers and sisters. Science has shown just how close we are, and yet we still can't get it through our heads that we're all brothers and sisters. Well, this one hopefully will help you with that. Yeah. Well, the genome has been read, and here's what its sequence said. It has a brand new gospel to proclaim. Though some bigots may be pissed, we found races don't exist. Just one face in the mountain's not the same. We're just 2% from chimps, Nobel laureates and pimps. The message in our genome's pretty clear. Close to monkeys is okay, but Rick Perry too, boy vey. Just who the hell beside the system here? We are 99.9% the same. We are 99.9% the same. Black and white cafe au lait, read the genome, it will say that we're 99.9% the same. Share genes with worms, you know, flies with congressmen more so. But these comparisons are pretty tame. What's a shock to most of us, which you may want to discuss? John Wayne and Pee Wee Herman are the same. Yes, we're 99.9% the same. We are 99.9% the same. Black and white cafe au lait, read the genome, it will say that we're 99.9% the same. In 100,000 years since we got up off our rears, walked from Africa both far and wide. We picked up 3 million SNPs, showing our relationships, while making mutant pigments in our eye. Still, we're 99.9% the same. We're still 99.9% the same. Black and white cafe au lait, this song is a little bit more universal. About 13.7 billion years ago or so, there was some momentous phase transition, and the universe as we know it started, and hydrogen gas appeared, and helium appeared, and stars condensed, and fusion created bigger atoms, and it kept going, and those first stars blew up and scattered clouds of heavier elements around the universe, and then those clouds ran into each other and recollapsed and formed second generation stars, and then third generation stars. And about 4.5 billion years ago, our sun, which is probably a third generation star and is a metal rich star, collapsed out of one of these clouds, and planets formed. And we now know, we have seen hundreds of extrasolar planets around other stars, looking with the Hubble telescope and the Kepler telescope. And of those hundreds of planets, about 10 of them are Earth-like in terms of the size of the planet and how far away it is from the star, so that liquid water could be present on the surface. And if there can be liquid water, then life as we know it could arise. But this is more about life here, but I just want you to put it in context of how it all happened, and the idea this brings forth that we're probably not unique. It may take a long time to get a radio signal from somewhere, but we're probably not unique. But here we are. Our sun synthesized us from hydrogen gas by building up atoms of increasing mass. And here on our planet, where water could flow, the first simple life forms emerge on the go. We need heavy metals, iron, cobalt, and zinc, for enzymes and blood cells to keep pale folks pink. One finds all these atoms in Earth's rocky crust, where nature has used them to make us from dust. The rocks are our cousins, and so are the trees. We're brothers and sisters with fish in the seas. We're twins of the monkeys, yes, since time began. Creation's all part of the family of man. The genomes of humans and orangutans have homologs working in C. elegans, that's a worm. Shared sequences ranging from great apes to germs show us we ascended from microbes and worms. The rocks are our cousins, and so are the trees. We're brothers and sisters with fish in the seas. We're twins of the monkeys, yes, since time began. Creation's all part of the family of man. The sun is our father, our mother the sea, our siblings all nature, So go hug a tree. Next family reunion, just visit the zoo. The flora and fauna that gave birth to you. You know, if you read the newspaper or USA Today or watch TV, you will find every now and then that somebody has seen on a piece of toast or a pancake or a pizza or the sidewalk with spilled ice cream, that they've seen a vision of Jesus or Mary. Of some interest is that in China they don't see Jesus or Mary, they see Buddha, and in India they see other gods there. So these things are conditioned, but nobody ever sees Einstein or Newton or Darwin until now. While driving on vacation, one pleasant springtime day, I found a place for breakfast, the Hitchin Post Buffet. I ordered eggs and bacon and toasted coffee too. The waitress brought my order, then stopped like stuck in glue. The customers said something and gathered round to see just what was in the breakfast the waitress brought to me. For she stared at my order, then like she'd seen a ghost, she cried out, "Lord have mercy, it's Darwin on his toast." The faithful cry, "It's Jesus, 'cause Mary has no beard." The skeptic said, "What image?" The biologist all cheered. The atheists saw Darwin, agnostics were not sure. The physicists had theory, some simple, some obscure. James. Republicans said liberals had made the face appear, and if we lowered taxes, the face would disappear. Amidst all this commotion, uncertainty and doubt, I smeared on jam and butter and ate it and walked out. I headed for the highway,